What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Persona 3 remake rumors heating up. Look, at this point, I definitely think this thing is real. I've actually talked about this going back a while to when the rumors first started coming out, and people were like, all right, maybe, maybe not. At this point, we'll talk about some of the things. A domain name, right? We got that. We got actual footage of it that I won't show, obviously, but we'll talk about it. I think right now it's set in stone. We are going to get a Persona 3 remake, but it was a little bit more sketchy, I'd say, over time. So let's first talk about the domain name, and I think the domain name is literally like P3RE, so Persona 3 Remake. It was registered, I believe, back in March, so not exactly new, but, you look at the name and people are starting to discover, oh, look, if you go back into March, they had kind of already done this. The big thing, though, that's going around is the actual footage. So this was back in 2021, and this was from a Sega internal, like a Japanese meeting, where they showed kind of like a sizzle reel of a couple things coming out. And one of the most footage in this entire thing is actually Sonic Frontiers, some more like early. You can tell it looks more rough around the edges. There's not as many details in it, like textures and whatnot. That was a big chunk of it. But then you see a little, maybe like a 10-second clip of Persona 3, and it definitely does not look like what we know of Persona 3, or even what we just had with Persona 3 and 4 coming right on Game Pass and all these different devices. Definitely didn't look like that either. This definitely looked more like if you put Persona 3 through the Persona 5 engine into a modern day look, what would it look like? It looked like this. And this was back in, again, 2021. And then you also had Jet Set Radio, so that's another kind of rumor that's going around that we are going to get a game with that as well. Persona 3 is the meat of this, or what I want to talk about. That pretty much set it over the edge. There's a lot of people kind of memeing on it, where it's like, how could it be real? She hit every shot, kind of like when she's not going to hit every shot in the game. Some pretty clever stuff going around, but in all reality, that's definitely footage. Then you're having gaming sites come out to kind of double down and say, well, while we don't know if the footage is real, even though it's obviously real, while we don't know that, we can confirm that the game has been in the works for several years now. And it's like, all right, everybody's kind of doubling down on it. So I think there's more than enough to suggest it's happening. We heard rumors about a Persona 3 remake along with Persona 6. They were supposed to be announced last year, didn't happen, gonna happen this year. I think the rumor is the summer, that they're gonna happen over the summer. Whether or not Persona 6 probably easily is next year, there's no way it's this year. Persona 3 remake maybe comes out this year. I think the only thing stopping people, because I have seen this like in different threads and whatnot, the only thing stopping people from believing this is literally the re-release of 3 and 4 Golden just a few months ago, or I think back in January, right? I've seen a lot of threads where it's like, we won't believe this until it's confirmed, and, why would they do this when they just, released these games? And then people were kind of joking where it's like, the least sense that it makes, the more sense it makes for Atlas to actually do it. So I thought some of that stuff was clever. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on for more of these videos, and I hope to see you all on the next one.